Hi, I'm Jeremy Crosby.
And I'm Nick Boucher. We're your hosts for the program that's all about your city, Talking Fitchburg.
Every weekday, we pull together the news, events, and information you need to stay on top of what's happening in the city of Fitchburg.
Find Talking Fitchburg on cable TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and our live stream on the web. Plus, you can find all our headlines and stories on Facebook, YouTube, and our video on demand service. This is your city.
Keep up with Talking Fitchburg and the issues affecting you and your neighbors.
Want to know what's happening in your city? Get Notify Me messages from the City of Fitchburg. Visit fitchburgwi.gov on your computer or mobile device and select the big Notify Me button on the left. Enter your email and/or phone number, whichever is best for you to get notifications. Scroll down the list and select all the topics you're interested in to receive email or text messages about. You'll be notified every time one of your topics is updated. Sign up for Notify Me, one more way to keep up with your Fitchburg government.
Good evening. Welcome to the Fitchburg Public Safety and Human Services Committee for May 13th, 2025, held in the Janie Sealing Room. We have our full quorum here today. Alder Dantzler, myself, and Logan are all here. So that are called to order. Public appearances for non-agenda items. I do not believe we have any. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Then we'll move on to, problem with my computer here. We'll move on to agenda item 3A, the consent agenda, and included in the consent agenda is just the approval of minutes from April 22nd. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
So moved.
Moved by, I'll give it to Logan here.
Second.
Any questions, additions, modifications? Seeing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor of approval of the April 13th minutes signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The minutes are approved. Next, we get into our review of following license applications. Excuse me here, I keep messing up my computer screen. All right, our first one we have is the annual Memorial Day observance reoccurring event, the City of Fitchburg, for annual Memorial Day service held at Gorman Wayside Veterans Memorial Park, 2377 Fish Hatchery Road on May 26th from 10 to 1 with amplified sound. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Donald. Any questions on this event? The amplified sound is mostly microphone. You know, we sing the national anthem. The speakers, to quite a few people comment for the speakers to hear. We have a microphone and amplified sound. So any questions on this?
Is there any kind of 21 gun salute or anything
They
of
do.
that
They
nature?
do shoot. Yes,
Okay.
They do shoot, Logan. I encourage everyone, if you haven't ever come, please come. It's a great recognition, and show our support for our fallen military. All right, if there's no more questions, I'll call the vote. All in favor, annual Memorial Day observance, signify by saying aye.
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 Motion is unanimous. It is approved. Next, we have 4 Bravo. Seminole Pool events, Seminole Pool Tennis Club, 5948 Schumann Drive, Fitchburg, for Seminole Pool events to be held at the pool with dates. Please see the calendar for time and dates of events with amplified sound. So this is throughout the summer where they're having events at the pool. So there's a motion to approve.
So moved.
Moved by Alder Dantzler. Any questions on this? It's pretty, if you've been around a pool when you grew up, this is part of the summer swim meets and things, and it's I think it's a joyful sound. All the things going on with a swimming pool in the summer.
Yeah. Do we get any complaints or anything? I mean, it's like after like the 10 o'clock. I think there's 1 or 2 events that go till 10 o'clock or 9:30 here. Have we heard anything in past years that that's been an issue?
I have not, Logan. The pool is pretty diligent about shutting off at the time. You know, sometimes events, and if the crowd is, they'll drag on, but they've been very diligent. They respect the neighborhood, I guess is what I would say. But I haven't heard any in the past. The pool's been there a long time. So, any other questions? We'll call the vote. All in favor of the Seminole Pool events, signify by saying aye.
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 Motion is approved unanimously. Next we have for Charlie, ATT&T Company Outdoor Patio Sound. It's a reoccurring event. ATT&T Company, 4889 Lacey Road, Suite 101 for the ATT&T Company Outdoor Patio Sound at 4889 Lacey Road, Suite 101, starting daily from Wednesday, May 14th through Friday, November 14th, from 7 a.m. to 3 a.m. with amplified sound. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Logan. Any questions on this? You know, this has been going on for a while. It's not allowed. You know, they have mostly like a Bluetooth speaker is what they're using there. The few times I've been there, I haven't ever heard any complaints. All right. Any questions? We'll call the vote. All in favor of the ATT&T Company Outdoor Patio Sound, signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, one of my favorites. We have for Delta, the Quivy Grove, 6861 Nesbitt Road, for various outdoor special events to be held at 6861 Nesbitt Road, beginning May 17th through October 19th from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. with amplified sound. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Logan. I'll get you the next one, Donald.
All right.
Anyone that drives down, you know, if you go down Nesbitt Road, you see the many events that go on at Quivy's. It's a great Fitchburg business, and there's not, you know, there are some neighbors there, but I haven't really ever heard any complaints about this. You know, various events, they have a beer tasting. There's weddings. They have just a lot of things going on there in the summer. It's a great venue. All right, any other questions? Call the vote. All in favor of the Quivy's Grove recurring events, signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries. Next we have for Echo, Hop House Brewing Company. The Hop House Brewing Company, 2975 Sub-Zero Parkway, Fitchburg, for outdoor patio sound at 2975 Sub-Zero Parkway, beginning Wednesday, May 14th, it's tomorrow, through Friday, November 14th, from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. with amplified sound. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Donald. This is, you'll see people outside, you know, and it's not, I would say, you know, you'll hear music, but I seldom even hear it across the street from the outside patio where people are sitting. And in the past, I have not received any, you know, from the neighborhood across the street. I have not received any complaints from there. So it's you can hear the music, but it's not a rock and roll concert by any means. Any other questions? Seeing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor of the Hop House Brewing Company reoccurring event with amplified sound, signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries. Next, the VAIS End of Year Picnic, VAIS Foundation, 400 Main Street, Verona, for the VAS End of Year Picnic to be held at McKee Farms, Verona area. VAIS Foundation to be held at McKee Farms Park, 2930 Chapel Valley Road on Friday, May 13th from 4 to 8 with amplified sound. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Logan. Any questions on this? I think they're ready for a picnic after the by that time. All right. Again, I would mention, you know, that at 8 o'clock, Tracy, and we expect
the music will shut off. If it is windy down there, sometimes you can hear it. So, yes, as with all applicants, they follow the time limit on there. Okay. Any other questions on this? Seeing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor of the VAIS end of year picnic, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The motion carries. Okay. I'm looking up here.
It's online for the next couple items.
I got it. Next, we have 4 golf. The Muller Grad Party. This is a new event. Amy Muller, 3022 Manchester Road, Madison. For Muller Grad Party to be held at Hegel Jamestown Park, 5810 Williamsburg Way, on Saturday, May 31st, from 1 to 6 with amplified sound. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
So moved. I see that Amy is here. Who is graduating, Amy? Is it you or someone you know, I assume?
Yep, it's my daughter.
Okay. Where's she graduating from?
I'm from Verona area.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. How many people are you expecting?
I don't, probably about 100 or so.
Okay.
And we're just going to use like a small Bluetooth speaker, but I was told that the sound carries, so yep.
Perfect. Amy, I'll just, I live I live very close to there. Just be aware it is a public park and people are still using the park, they'll come up and use the water fountains and things that, they are pretty respectful of the parties, but just be aware of that. And as always, I ask everyone make sure you clean up after yourself and enjoy the day. What's the plans for your daughter after graduation, if I may ask?
Yeah, absolutely. She's heading to Carroll University for engineering and playing lacrosse.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Wonderful. All right. Donald, Logan, any questions on this?
Just wishing you good weather.
Yes.
Yeah, just wish good weather and wishing your daughter much success on her next endeavors.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
All right, then we'll call the vote. All in favor of the Muller Grad Party with amplified sound, signify by saying aye.
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 The motion carries. You should get the permit from Tracy in the mail here, Amy.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
You might see me. I might swing by to say hello. I usually do.
Excellent. We'll have plenty of food.
All right. I count on it. All right. Next, we have 4 Hotel, the gender reveal party. Dana Gutierrez, 2319 Chalet Gardens, for a gender reveal party to be held at Hegel Jamestown Park, 5810 on Sunday, May 25th, from 2 to 9 with amplified sound. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Logan. Is Dana here? Dana, yes. Hi. Hello, Dana.
Yes.
How many people are you expecting for this event?
We're expecting about 45 to 50.
Okay. Cool. Well, we wish you the best. As I tell everyone, be respectful for the ending time for the event, and I also ask clean up best you can to keep our park in a good condition, and be aware it is a public park, so people will still be using the park. They may want to use the water fountain, and that's just part of it. But they're usually very respectful of the people's events. So we wish you the best with this event here.
Thank you.
Okay. Any questions? Okay.
No, sir.
All right. Then we'll call the vote. All in favor of the Gutierrez gender reveal party, signify by saying aye.
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 They are approved. Then you should get the permit from Tracy in the mail.
Thank you.
All right. Next, we have for Indigo, the birthday celebration event, S.E. Jallo, 5106 Milwaukee Street, Madison, for birthday celebration to be held at McKee Farms Park, 2930 Chapel Valley, on Friday, June 20th, from 2 to 8:30 with amplified sound. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Alder Danzler. I don't think we have anyone on. Is anyone online for this event? All right. I don't have any questions, just standard birthday party, and again, we just ask they respect the end date or
time for the party to stop with the sound. Okay. All right, then we'll call the vote. All in favor of the S.E. Jallo birthday celebration at McKee Farms Park, signify by saying aye.
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 Motion, the event is approved. Next, we have Palmett's first birthday. Cynthia Palmett, 2454 High Ridge Trail, Fitchburg, for Palmett's first birthday to be held at Eagle Jamestown Park on Thursday, June 12th from 4 to 9 with amplified sound. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
All right, this is a moved by Alder Dantzler. I'm sorry, moved by.
That was Logan.
I'm sorry, no.
Now you good?
Any questions on this event? On this? Okay. First birthday parties are fun. I've seen many of them at the Jamestown Eagle Park, and it's a wonderful event. Okay, then I'll call the vote. All in favor of approval of the Palmett first birthday party event with amplified sound, signify by saying aye.
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 It is approved. Okay. Next we have 5 Alpha, review of the following license applications: Race for a Grace, reoccurring event, consideration of an application for special event permit, Race for a Grace Hospice, 5395 East Shell Parkway, Fitchburg, for Race for a Grace be held at 5395 East Shell Parkway of Fitchburg on June 1st from 7 to 2 with various Fitchburg streets and amplified sound from 8:30 till noon. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Alder Dantzler. Is Beth here for this event? As I see up here.
Yep.
Beth,
Yes, I am.
Tell us about the event here, if you won't mind.
Sure. This is the 9th annual Race for a Grace. We have about 300 runners and walkers join us from approximately 9 a.m. till 10:15, 10:30. They run starting at a Grace and end at Agora Pavilion next to, right at the pavilion there on East Sherrill Parkway. And family-friendly event. The only amplified sound we really have is a welcome at a Grace in the parking lot there just outside of our building. And then we have just some music playing on a small Bluetooth speaker at the end of the race.
Beth, I plan to be there, and good to hear from you and see you again.
Oh, hooray!
We were 40 under 40 classmates. So
yes, we were. So nice to see your name, Donald.
Absolutely. Glad you're still doing great work in the community.
Are you running, Donald?
Same to you.
What'd you say?
Are you running at the event?
I'm a run. Of course, we can't walk. Yeah, we got to run and show our support. Y'all coming with me?
I'm going to race Donald. We're going to see who wins.
All right.
Most definitely.
Any other questions?
I have two quick ones. The actual business one here, with Saim Road closed and Sherrill being the detour, looks like the comment from city staff is there's not a significant concern about traffic, especially weekend morning at that hour of the day. I don't know if we need to put any signage that says temporary detour from the detour, or if we think folks will know well enough to go an extra block south to Lacey and pop back up that way.
The recommendation was that for my response or for the committee?
Well, I think it'd be for you, Beth, since you're running.
So we have a race company that we hire that monitors and does the race outline, and they recommended that we keep it the same and that there wouldn't be any significant impact to traffic. We only use a small portion of the road in the morning, and it's for about 45 minutes. So they recommended not making any adjustments to traffic the morning of Sunday morning. Relatively limited concern there.
All right. Yeah, and I guess my next question then was, how late can one sign up to run? I don't know if I can do a full 5K yet or not, but see if if we can have a District 3 race here.
You can.
Let's go.
There you go. You can sign up until 8:59 the morning of. So please join us. We'd love to have you.
Procrastinate a lot and still do it, guys.
That's a dangerous thing, but good to know. Thanks, Beth.
All right.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you all.
Any other questions? Okay, great event. All right, we'll call the vote. All in favor of the application for special event for Race for a Grace, signify by saying aye.
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 It is approved. You should receive your permit from Tracy. So thank you, Beth.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Beth.
you attending.
Thank you all. Appreciate you.
Next, we're on to 6 Alpha, approval of resolution or ordinance. We have resolution R 7225, approval of purchasing replacement firefighting turnout gear. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Logan. Chad, I'll let you speak.
Good evening. So our 7225 is our annual replacement of structural firefighting gear. According to the National Fire Protection Association Standard 1851, which is the selection, care, and maintenance of protective ensembles for structural firefighting and proximity firefighting gear, our turnout gear has a lifespan of 10 years. This order will allow the department to replace 12 sets of gear that are set to expire in the fall of 2025.
I'm just gonna show my ignorance, say if you go through a period of heightened activity over several years, would you ever accelerate the replacement to
Oh, absolutely.
excessive wear? Okay.
Yeah, so for example, the last couple weeks, you all know that we've had some significant fires. On occasion, we do have rips, tears, burn-throughs or that, but the nice thing about our regional vendor is that they're very close. They can come. We're constantly after every structural firefighting situation. They're thoroughly washed, then they're inspected. If there is a need for maintenance, then our vendor comes and picks those up and gets them off to the manufacturer as soon as possible. So the thing about that too is that with all of our full-time staff, they have 2 sets of gear. So it isn't like they're out of their protective ensemble for any period of time. They have a backup set.
And are those usually staggered so that, it's like, okay, if somebody's here and one's being replaced now, the other one's 5 years old and then it'll be replaced in 5 years, or they usually get 2 at once because of how they get onboarded?
It can be staggered. And the reason I say that, it depends on, and that was a question from Finance Committee, is are we replacing certain sets every year? Not necessarily. It depends on when firefighters are hired. So this year it's 12 sets. I apologize, I don't remember the number of sets. I think it was 10 last year. So it's not always a regular number of sets every year. It's dependent on hiring. The same goes with our interns. New interns will get some slightly used gear for their first year, and then in their second year we'll get them a new set. So we do have sets available, so when we have new firefighters start, we can get them outfitted immediately, and that's the same manufacturer. And then just over the years, it might be just a slightly different spec on the build of the ensemble, but it's pretty close.
I mean, who's the vendor?
It's it's Honeywell is the parent company, and it's Morning Pride turnout gear.
Yeah, we buy safety harnesses with lanyards that are made by Honeywell.
Yep, and majority of our ensembles that each firefighter wears has the internal harness in their gear.
Okay. Any questions for Chad? Seeing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor of resolution R 7225, approving purchase of replacement firefighting turnout gear, signify by saying aye.
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 It is approved. Chad, thank you for coming
Thank you very
in for
much.
your explanation. Appreciate it.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Be safe. All right, next we have announcements. Our next meeting is May 7th, I believe. Hang on, I scrolled down too far. Our next meeting is May 7th, and it'll be at 5:45 again, unless you have to move us earlier. I don't know when the meeting when we have all the license approvals of falls?
First one in June.
Okay, so we're still all right, okay. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Loco. All in favor of adjournment, signify by saying aye.
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 We are adjourned. Thank you.